Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. Here the topic we are going to discuss on suicide, a heinous crime. That is the topic of discussion for right now. This morning I was sending one message to my status actually. I was uploading then. So there was a beautiful talk on this line. That is like this small sentence, couple of sentence you can see, half sentence or quarter sentence or not at all sentences. You can take that way. Anyway, the gist was like this. I may drink poison. Even I may jump from Himalayas or from a 10-storied building. Or I may hang myself in the fan, but I won't commit suicide. I don't know how you take it in your own way. So just imagine I may drink poison. I may jump down from the Himalayas or even from the tall storied building. Or third, I may hang myself with a cloth from a bough of a tree or from the fan. But I won't commit suicide. I don't know how they are taking and understanding the suicidal matter aspect in their own way. I don't know. Anyway, this was the thing. So the topic we are going to discuss on suicide, a heinous crime. Why it is termed as a crime? Sometimes I think one question was, sometimes it was put, not a regular, even though it is not a regular one, but actually for your reference it is I am giving. Tale of a crime. If you commit, then you will be prosecuted, you will be punished. If you hold it, you will be punished. And if you try but fail, then also you will be punished. What is that? Question very clearly, just try to understand. Something is there, some crime is there, some action is there. If you commit it, then you will be punished. If you commit but you save yourself, you are rescued, you are freed, you are saved, then also you will be punished. What is that? The answer is simply suicide, on which we are talking of. The like that is like this. Suppose somebody commits suicide and succeeds, he will die, naturally punished. And aftermath, you don't know, it is a heinous crime. You have committed suicide, you don't know how long you will be waiting. You have to wait, you have to suffer without taking the next birth. I don't know if the rebirth is possible for you or not, but anyway, it is a big punishment for this life, after death, and of course, when you take the rebirth, that also effect is there. And suppose you have committed suicide but failed in committing suicide, you have saved your life. Your life is saved. You are now alive. Then what you will be do? What you have to face? As per the rule of the country, as it is a heinous crime and you have tried to commit suicide, you will be punished in the under the rule of law, rule of the countries. So this is suicide. That is the story of suicide. Anyway, people commit suicide. That's what normally we do. In the near future, just before 4 days, you have seen the one of the greatest villains of Hollywood. I mean, Odia cinema industry. Raimon has committed suicide. He was a very famous one, very famous person, was actually very much popular. Maybe negative roles were negative he was playing, but he was very much popular, and a couple of his dialogues are still popular throughout nook and corner of the state. You have remembered. But he committed suicide. The reason is not known. Before committing suicide, he had gone for food to a hotel. That camera footprint is showing that way. And the second thing, you have seen, he has talked to his wife and children, and they went to Cuttack for some purpose, and finally the message was like bye. So something has been done. Some problem was there. So the man of name and fame, he was having not no problem with, I think, money or financial burden or something. Happy family lives, everything was good. Still, we found he has committed suicide, for which this Hollywood, this Odisha cinema industry is now in a standstill position. Just imagine people are committing suicide. And the reason is many, you can't imagine. Some frustration will be there, some depression will be there, some unawareness will be there. People will be dipped in their inconscience, so they don't know what we have to do without deciding the things, right thing at the right time for the right purpose. Maybe it has compelled them to commit suicide. Failure. They have not come out of that burden of failure. Sometimes they commit suicide. It is there, often it happens. But thing is that how can we take in the normal procedure, how but anyway, once this this suicide is committed, and somebody has died, you don't know how long you will be there. Something like a ghost, something unsatisfied soul, you will be roaming here and there in the vital level. You will be attacked like anything by by the mites. Very difficult to survive from that clutch. Anyway, some questions were put to the mother, and Sri Aurobindo has also described the things in his own way. We'll try to know what mother really comments on suicide. It is very folly. It is very foolish rather to commit suicide. Another course. Know for certain that to commit suicide is the most foolish action. To commit suicide, you must know that is the most foolish action that a man can do, because the end of the body does not mean that the end of consciousness. That's what before committing suicide you must know, almost know. But actually, once somebody has committed suicide, means he has also that much big courage. Simply when you got caught with a simply cut with the blade, or some pin has inched you, you have done some blood are coming, you get frightened, you get nervous. But committing suicide, you are killing yourself. So it is not a small thing. But anyway, you must know, no, you must remember, the end of the body does not mean the end of consciousness. So what was troubling you while you were alive? Already I have discussed couple of reasons: depression, your difficulties, your unawareness, your lack of peace, mental peace, so many ways, or some pressure, some burden, some insult, some jeer, anything. Result may be, cause may be anything. But thing is that when if you feel they are troubling you when you are alive, continues to trouble you when you are dead also, and also after life, and who, without the possibility of diverting your mind, which you can get when you are alive. So जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी, yes, this will hurt you, this will kill you. So don't feel that if I escape by the way of suiciding, it is end. Don't take that way. Anyway, second, second mother has quoted on 16th July 1969. So you can find it in Collected Works of the Mother, volume 15, page 128. So if you are sincere in your aspiration to see me, mother quotes, if you are sincere in your aspiration to see me, you must throw far away from you now, these morbid ideas of suicide. If you want to see me physically, you have the aspiration to see me, just throw far away from you this morbid idea of suicide, which are quite contrary to any divine life. Two lives are there. One is this subhuman life, aspiring for suicide, desiring suicide, and there is another life, you have the aspiration for divine life. These are two contrary poles, these are opposite poles. If you are aspiring for the divine life, you just throw away the idea, the morbid ideas of suicide. Be patient, firm, steady. That is the advice. Be firm, steady, and be patient, firm, steady. and face quietly the difficulties of life. Lives, when there is life, difficulties will be coming. That is a regular process, and still more quietly the difficulties of sadhana. It is the normal life, difficulties will be coming, and in sadhana you will be finding still more difficulties. Try to be patient, try to be firm, try to be steady. So these difficulties you have to face and you have to overcome them. That is, there is no go. So if you are aspiring for this divine life, throw away these ideas. Don't try to take them with you. It was quoted in 24th August 1964 by Mother. Then we can go next page. It is in this world that you have to change, that the change is possible. You have to change, and change is possible. Don't think that change is not possible. It is possible. And if you run away from this world, putting the world behind you, you just turn your face up and run away from the world. There is no solution. You have to see. You will have to come again probably in worse condition. This is the condition you feel it is worse for you, bad for you. And again when you will come back, that condition will be still more worse, and you will have to everything, all again and again. So why unnecessarily? Why unnecessarily you will make your life still worse? Try to face these bad conditions, bad and difficulties, and try to overcome. Try to cross over. So again, another course. It is much better not to be a coward, not to be coward. But what you have to do to face now the situation and to make necessary effort to conquer. That is what. Like a conqueror, don't try to, like a coward, don't to run away from the life. You try to make necessary effort to conquer. But the thing is that you must know the help is always with you. You must learn to avail yourself of it with love and blessings. That was given on 13th November 1967 by the Divine Mother. So help is there, blessings are there. You have to overcome difficulties will be coming, and whenever you are in sadhana, still more difficulties will be surmounting upon you. It will be actually covering you. It will be actually encircling you. Try to overcome. Help is there. So again, Mother quotes on something was put, that is what is a big question, that suicide far away from being a solution, not at all. If problems are there, but suicide is not at all the solution. Suicide far from being a solution. It is stupid aggravation of the situation that for perhaps centuries will make life intolerable. Already I have quoted, I have told you, don't know how long it will take to come out of these vital problems. You have to take the vital clearance before going to for the next birth. So body is dissolved, it is going to and mixing with the panchabhuta. So second thing, your vital, it is a dangerous level. From there itself all the troubles are coming. So there you have to get the clearance. Of course, with the mother and mother's blessing, there is a bypass road for the devotees, for the sadhakas, not for all who are aspiring, who are preparing. So this, with the bypass road, you have to avoid the clumsy, heavy crowd of this city area. But thing is that you have anyway, if you are in the normal situation, you have to face the deadly attack from the vital elements, vital mites. For that, perhaps centuries will make life intolerable. You don't know how when you will get the clearance, and how this your surrounding will help you, because you have committed the suicide. A lot of problems will be surmounting upon you. You will be having you will be seen as a means not as a so much good soul. I don't know how long your family, your relatives, your surrounding will be able to create a spiritual atmosphere so that you can come around and get the vital clearance to go for the psychic world, the fashioning chamber of the soul, and from there you will get for the rebirth, or for a getter birth you will be preparing. That no, your mother course, centuries means not 1 century or 100 years, centuries. I don't know how long you will be moving here and there like a ghost. Another question was put to the mother that, in Tretaya Yuga, Lord Rama has committed suicide in the Sarju Nadi, that river Sarju. He entered inside and, of course, lost his identity. He has finished everything. So for that, actually, mother is having that question. On that question, mother is having providing some solutions. For the Supreme, there is no sin. This sin and virtue. It exists only in the soul's register, soul's experience. Nothing is there. And for the divine, for the Supreme, there is no sin. Second, for the devotee who are great, that for the devotee, there is no greater sin than to be far from the Lord. For the Supreme, there is no sin. For the devotees, so far the devotees are concerned, the only sin is that when they only sin they see or commit or behold when they turn away from the God. And there are then at the third mother course, at the time when Ramayana was conceived, when Ramayana was written by Valmiki, so and written, conceived and written, when it was created in the form of phase of creation, the knowledge revealed by Sri Aurobindo that the earth will be transformed to divine world. What Sri Aurobindo's mission and mission of integral yoga and all. So the mission is that the earth will be transformed to divine world, and an abode of the Supreme will not was not then known or accepted during Tretaya Yuga, during Ramayana period, during your this. Ravana times and all. So, there was no concept of the Supreme will come, will take birth, and the Supreme world will be, divine world will be created, life divine will be formed, that perfection and transformation will be there, supramentalization is possible, spiritualization is the only solution. These concepts were not there when Ramayana was conceived or written. So for that, you don't compare these Rama's story and life ending story in the river Saraju with the point where really we are standing and committing suicide. So if you consider these 3 points, you will understand the legend. Naturally, we are talking and we are taking the subject on suicide. It is a great thing. It is a foolishness. It is a heinous crime. Don't think that there is you are surviving, you are actually escaping from that clothes. It happens. Some bad forces are there, some hostile forces are there, some mites are there. They are interested in pulling you to their parts, to their folds, and helplessly you are being pulled, because without knowing, you don't know what really the truth. For that only you are all going to in that way. That is a big thing, that is a big crime. So don't get, and don't be enfolded, don't get engulfed in under their cloths. So try to live the divine life. The matter, the idea of suicide must be given up, and the problems and the difficulties will coming, they must be overcome. And suicide is not the only solution. The grace and protection of the Divine Mother, that is the solution. Anyway, it is a heinous crime. You must know, you must understand. Bande Matram.